Damn. I've been under the radar for far too long. I've been sitting here doing my thing for I don't even know? And it just seems like I'm always under the radar. I never really get noticed? I'm not really recognized as a legitimate force. I'm never in news articles or anything, even though I just got a video up to 20 million views. I don't think the YouTube elitists really want to pay attention to me. They don't really want to notice me or recognize me as a real person. Maybe if I get 1 million subscribers and then I can be a real boy and I can stop being Pinocchio because my nose grows every time I try to flex here and act like I'm something special when the views show you who you truly are, right? Isn't that the reality of the situation? The views show you who you are inside. But I'm just made of wood. I'm just a little puppeteer trying to be a real man, a real boy, a real comedian. Oh my god. Could I be a comedy elite? You're saying I could be a comedy elite? Maybe one day, Bobby. Maybe one day, Jim Bob. But for now, you stand. You stay at your 50,000 subscribers. And all I ever do is look to the future? I just keep going, dude. I don't know what the hell happened to me, but for some reason, it's like I almost got injected with some serum or some kind of, I don't know, some formula, some thing, and it just boosted me up. Some steroids, some comedian steroids. My brain is just so buff nowadays. It's got to be buffer though. I gotta feel the strain. If you're not feeling the strain, going insane, stressing out your life like it ain't no thing, then I don't know what the hell you're doing here. Cause you gotta break the bank. You gotta break your neck, man. You gotta break everything. Break through. Break out. But yeah, I feel like I don't exist unless people want me to? Like I've said a lot of things online. I've had a presence for a long time. But it doesn't, you don't just like you can't really like just go where you're not allowed to go. Like, hey, dude, this is for like the real comedians. This is for people who are actually funny, not you. We don't see you as a real person. You're not a real comedian. No, I'm not even gonna pay attention. Like famous comedians. I've said a lot to different famous comedians and stuff. Never get a response. And I just feel like okay, maybe they hate me. Maybe they're no, they're too busy. I'm just another face. They're just trying to rack up comments for the algorithm. Okay, whatever. I'm just fit in there, and I don't like to think of people like that when you comment on my page and stuff. Just oh yeah, I'm just trying to rack up those comments. I'm just trying to rack up those comments. I don't like to make people like I don't want people to feel like that. Like if you have something legit to say, dude, I will be legit for you. Like almost like not even acting, but I am acting, but I am like I don't have anything to lose. Like I don't care. I don't mind being like a legit like we're friends. Secret handshake. Break our hands with that love shake. Just goes on because we're brothers for life. This is your hand. This is my hand. All right, all right. We're brothers for life. But yeah, it's crazy. Being online for so long, doing so much stuff, and I just feel like I am still just nowhere at all, and I've accomplished nothing. You know, it's funny because that's eventually that's what happens. A lot of people don't understand that. If you just watched one of my videos or something, you don't really get like, hey, this guy's been doing this a long time and he doesn't really care anymore. So he just kind of does his own thing and he's pretty okay over there. You know, I think that's kind of the way that you probably should think of it. Like, I'm trying to think for you. That's kind of what people come to videos like this for, is so people can think for them. You know, isn't that what we kind of do? If someone has something to say, then it better be good. And if you go there, then it's because it's something so good. It's essentially like hey, you could think like this now. And So I don't know. Um, I feel like, no matter what I say though, no matter what I put out there, no matter what I do, I just still don't really exist, you know? And of course there's a lot of legal problems and things, and people have, we really, it's kind of crazy, especially like the whole Hollywood stuff, because they just have to play it so safe, they got to do things to try to, earn their bread, earn their keep, to try to, like they want to be the best, like a lot of those people, that's all they want. That's all they want, man. That's all they want. That's all they want. That's what you know. And a lot of people want that, but a lot of them never get there. So for me, I'm just like, yeah, I'm kind of on a low branch. I don't know. I'm kind of perched up in my own nest, but there's like a million different comedians and stuff, and most of them probably don't work near as hard enough to really get anywhere. So even if you sat there all day and just sweat bullets, trying to be funny to a camera, who knows, man? Just maybe it doesn't really work out, you know? Maybe it just doesn't work out for everyone, you know? Either got it or you don't. And sometimes you got it, but you don't you don't realize. You don't realize what, like being a comedy elite, elite is pretty much anyone who has substantial success in comedy, pretty much like anybody. It could be anyone. There's a lot of them out there, but some are more successful than others, and I do feel like there's a different group. Like there's different groups, there's different generations of it. Like whenever I watch a certain funny video and the person in it, I feel like there's such a disconnect, but a lot of people like the video, but I feel so far away from it. Like it's for a younger generation or something, or it's just like, no, no, this isn't for you. This isn't for you, okay? Because if you like it, then it's not cool anymore, you know? In which I felt a lot of levels of rejection in my life, felt a lot of levels of desperation, and trying to be funny online is great for me because I'm just playing whatever card comes into my hand. Basically, like if I start looking desperate, I start looking lonely, I start looking like the guy that no one wants to watch. I start just looking so tainted, so scarred. Like I look just like just become so mutated in the way that I look whenever you look at the video and the title and everything, the energy about it, it's just unclickable. But to me, being unclickable is also funny. I think it's hilarious. I just think it's funny that I keep doing it. I'm just keeping the joke going. And not a lot of people understand that, but it doesn't really matter what I say. It doesn't really matter how many views I get. It doesn't really matter how many. That's all a lie. This is all a lie. Just letting you know, it does matter. I wish I could get more, but it is what it is, and I am where I am. So this is my justification to make myself feel better. And so now you've witnessed the ultimate suffering of my demise. A person with the ability to come up with so many jokes and so many bits, so many puns, but they were so useless because the man did not exist to the world. He couldn't exist no matter how hard he tried, and that's me. No matter how hard he tried. Everything he said, every justification, every roundabout in his head, and he just could not exist, let alone exist to the comedy elite, and be one of them, and be friends with them, and go play outside on a summer day in our underwear, and, well, maybe not that far, but, you know. There's certain things I won't do, but desecrating myself for the entertainment of other people is right up my alleyway. Is kind of it's right there. It's the sweet spot. It's working. It's working. I'm working it. I'm working it. But I probably don't desecrate myself enough. Really, if I did started doing some crazy stuff with my shirt off, maybe spreading mayonnaise all over my stomach or something like that. I've done some stuff like that before, by the way. I actually did do some stuff. I was eating ice cream in a bathtub once, and honestly, it was pretty bad. What the hell was I doing? Oh, I was like spreading ice cream all over myself in the bathtub, and I was like eating ice cream. Wait, I did do something like that. I think it's still online too. Oh, man. I probably shouldn't have uploaded all that stuff. But it's comedy, okay? It's comedy. But certain things you do in comedy You know, the comedy elitists probably don't want to recognize you as a real person. And so it's really that bridge of personalities and kind of generational feel good stuff that I feel like people don't exist to one another, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. It's so weird. It's like we're on a different team. You're on a different comedy team or something. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm saying. Because there's some people that are like, whoa, this person's so famous online. But it's like, I don't know, I'm just not connecting to it. Like, I just don't really feel like this is a comedy elitist, or this is, and that's how I think people feel about me. This is not a comedy elitist. We're sorry, Seth, but you are not part of the comedy elite. Pack your stuff and go home. The dream is over. I don't know. It's all kind of a joke anyway, but I just had this thing pop in my head. Comedy elite. I was like, you know what? I could do something with that. I'm gonna try to make a video on this. I don't know how it's gonna go, but it sounds like it's pretty funny, to talk about it like that, Yeah.